Mr. Bob Logist, President of EBU, thanks for accepting this interview and thank you for your time. I would like to start this interview by asking you a bit about the scope of your visit here in Malta. I know that you don't like that the local people think that you came here to control.
I'm not here to control. First of all, I want to thank everybody for the nice hospitality. It's a pleasure and an honor for me to be here. And of course, the purpose of my visit is not to control, it's to help the local organization.
Okay, what can you tell our boxing fans and sporting general public in Malta about EBU? What is the function, basic concept of the function of EBU?
EBU is an association of 36 countries. We are in business since almost 60 years, and we organize the European Championships. And we leave each affiliated country the right to organize boxing in their own country. We do not interfere. Everybody is free to have his own rules, but we give a little bit of guidelines. Most important guidelines are about safety and medical control. That's the most important thing we do. And between all our members countries, there is an agreement. It means you are not allowed to steal boxes from another organization without permission. Other countries are not allowed to organize here without the local association authorization.
And what are your personal expectations about local boxing? I am aware that you will be visiting one of the main events in Malta under the auspices and under the patronage of the Malta Boxing Associations. What have you heard so far? I am aware that the representatives of the Malta Boxing Association were present in the last Congress of EBU in Paris as well. Obviously, they briefed you as well, but what are your actual expectations?
Let me tell you the story first. We had an organization member of EBU with President Zamit and Vice President Di Luca. It was almost maybe 7 years ago, the first time they came to Dublin. And we were very happy to have an organization in Malta. But then they split and they fight. And then there was another organization with the president, the lady from Germany, and then another one, and then another one. So before we accept one federation or one organization, I want to see if now we are going to do the good choice. And I think if I see the committee now, it is a good one.
But don't you think that these foreign people coming to Malta and appointing themselves or asking people to appoint themselves as president, with all due respect to the Germans, to the Italian, to the English people, don't you think it is a bit of an awkward situation that the Maltese boxing people have foreigners administrating the local boxing? Don't you think that it's quite a positive thing having local people managing the Malta Boxing Association? Maltese
That's
boxing
why we did not accept the other organization, because they are they live in London. They are people. They are not people from Malta. They claim to be from Malta, but I'm not sure they are from Malta.
No, it's definitely they're not from Malta, because we know all the people. Okay, let's go on the positive aspect now. I am aware also that you will be watching out on safety, on refereeing. What is the wish? What is your personal wish to get the ball rolling more and more? Is it an issue of targeting youngsters to get into the sport first and then make it up for the semi-pro and the pro eventually?
I am very interested in semi-pro. I am also interested in amateur boxing, because the future of professional boxing are the amateur. So I think you should support some amateurs to become professional. I can tell you, in my country, you may not organize a boxing show without amateur fights. You have to put at least 2 amateur fights on the show, and then you can put professionals. So then the amateurs, they see the professionals, and they try also to become professional. That's a good idea. But you are a small country. I am from Belgium, which is also a small country. So you have to start slowly, have more and more professional boxers, invite boxers from other countries, go to other countries.
In this interview, we're trying to hop off with different subjects, and that's the nice thing about this short interview with the president of the EBU, Mr. Bob Logis. Mr. President, what is the relationship of EBU and AIBA? Is there communication going around? Do you visit each other's events?
Not at all.
Okay, and can you explain why?
Not at all.
For the benefit of the local sporting people.
We had good relation with AIBA in the past, and no more. AIBA was running amateur, and they tried to improve amateurism by doing professional boxing. And professional and amateur is quite different. And they promised professional boxers to go to the Olympics. Because in other sports, you also see professional people on the Olympics. For instance, in tennis, you have world champions.
The top players
The
go.
top. But I'm going to tell you something. If you are number 1 in tennis, and you beat number 100, the beaten opponent will be very sad, you know. But if you do the same in boxing, it's dangerous. If you put a world champion against a smaller amateur with 10 fights, it can be dangerous. He will not only lose the fight, but it's a risk.
A risk to get injured.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, we try to tell AIBA, okay, give at least a minimum and a maximum. And Mr. Roger, who was the former president of the IOC, who is from Belgium too, I had a meeting with him in Brussels, and I tried to explain him, but as he was going to stop, we had no result. Mm-hmm. I think AIBA should do what they do best, amateur, and leave professional to professionals.
Great. Which is the main event that EBU organizes on a yearly basis?
We do not organize events. We organize championships.
Okay. So the championship is the main event of EBU?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But we are not the organizer. The promoter are organizing the championships. Yeah.
Okay.
We are doing the ratings. And we say, you are number 1, you are number 2, you have to fight this one for the championship. And then there is an agreement, or there can be an agreement between 2 promoters who is going to organize the prize. If there is no agreement, there is a purse bid, and the winner can organize the championship.
Okay,
and then we send the ring officials, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Last 2 questions. What about the refereeing issue? Do you think that Maltese referees can start a bit training more into the international scenario? Is it possible to get some experience out there?
We have several times we have seminars for ring officials, but the only way to train as a ring official is practice. And I hope that we can have in our team, because we have a small team of ring officials, I stay no more than 55, so they can work a lot. Okay. And I hope one day we will have somebody from Malta in the team.
Good.
Who can go referee somewhere else.
Good. Yeah. One final question. Boxing in Malta got its popularity because there were regular events being organized on a monthly basis or on a
That is
quarterly.
important, because if you do it once a year,
Yes, you lose tempo.
Yeah.
Events started being organized on a regular basis. People started coming to the events, and boxing basically exploded here in
yeah,
Malta.
yeah.
But I am sure it will explode more, and it will get more popularity should ABU help perhaps with an international event being held in Malta. Have you got plans for the next 2-3 years? Perhaps you help the local organizers hold an international event on our islands.
I promised Mark that I came here to help him, so I will see what we can do in the future. But anyway, we are going to help Malta.
Mr. Bobologis, thank you very much for this interview.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.